gonna put the A in middle
of their cores.
Yeah. They're just gonna put A in middle against the Medusa. All right, we're going to EHOME.
I think that's
a pretty good hand pick.
That is the strongest reaction that we've had on the desk so far with a pick coming in.
Why did they ban last? I didn't see.
I didn't. No, I actually did not pay attention to that. But I thought AM was already banned in the second phase because they picked a Medusa, and it's always such a strong counter. The current meta. I mean, okay. I mean, if you're confident playing against it, you're confident. You know, just go. Why not?
Yeah, we're busy talking.
But I'm going
EHOME. So okay, you're going EHOME now.
Draft-wise, I have to. Yeah, I think Fnatic are a great team and could maybe make it work. They've won the Medusa AM earlier in the group stage, but draft-wise, EHOME way more solid.
And both of those last picks particularly interesting too. I think those are the ones that I would really want to talk about. Now, obviously, there was a little bit of critique on Pango yesterday, mostly coming from Lacoste. What makes this a situation where you think Pango can thrive, Gods? You were the one who defended Pango.
It gives them some team fight. It makes up for the weaknesses of their other cores. Like this hero that can come online with the mid game and make plays, be active. It suits Ice. It's one of his best heroes. He's the best Pango player in the world, I would say. Yep. So I think it makes sense for this team. The issue is this anti-mage pick is so good against all three cores.
Yeah, I think that AM is definitely the one that we want to put a little bit of a focus on. But we wouldn't be able to put a focus on anything without our analytics partner for the entire event in SAP. We want to give a major shout out to them. And with that, we are ready to jump into the matchup. Let's see who's going to take it, EHOME or Fnatic.
Thank you, Burt Reynolds, and we're here again going into the final, potentially, game of this series. It is Fnatic facing off against EHOME. It is the quickest that I feel like I've heard all of our analysts agree on something. They were just flaming each other, and they're like, yeah, AM, it's going to win the game. Do you think so?
I actually was very astonished that it made it to the end there. It's, yeah, a great AM game. The one thing you might have to watch out for is, what is it? I always forget this one because they changed it. Lucky Shot, that's what it's called now. Lucky Shot. That can actually apply the silence now, and it can be a 5-second silence if he's able to get it. But like the panel saying, he needs to get out of the lane okay. Because Pango, if you don't have a lane, your hero is worthless and pretty terrible.
Speaking of worthless and pretty terrible, it could be rough for MP on this Timbersaw if he gets completely shut down early on. It looks like they're already sending several heroes to this bottom lane. Obviously, Timbersaw likes to play sometimes against strength heroes, but the hero that likes to do even more is Undying.
Yes. Undying does not mind playing versus Timbersaw at all. In the laning phase. In the later game, it can be a little bit annoying because you get burst down pretty quickly, but you are very annoying if you just follow around Timber. And you know, Timber's strength is that you have high armor and all that, but if you're sitting at like 300 HP, nukes will be your demise for sure.
Oh, DJ. Play ring around the rosy with the trees there, but we'll track him down, and it looks like it is going to be a trade-off of bounty runes 2 for 2. Why making sure that DJ couldn't roll in there to interrupt, take the other bounty.
So they're going to send the Ice bottom and Timber top. I'm concerned for lanes, like already, right, for Fnatic, because how's Pango going to really do to a bottom versus tri-lane? He's going to suffer. And what the panel mentioned was Pango needs to have a good lane. The one good thing is, I'll say, is that it is Ice. So immediately we see ASD actually gets a very successful block.
He's been having a hell of a tournament so far.
He really has. He's been killing it. I think he came... I didn't get to look it up actually before, but I think he came from Sick, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty young, right? I think he's like 18 or 19. Young player.
Definitely.
And they're actually going to put the Lich, so they're going to make sure that this Dusa can farm. So Jab's getting the nuke level 1. They're even going to get the Snake. It doesn't actually bounce and hit the AM after he pops the counter spell to try to bounce it back, and he may actually die.
Chases forward first blood. All right.
An instant tip. Man, these guys really like tipping each other.
They do.
All right, that's great. I like this move a lot by Jabs. So Jabs being the one to kind of salvage their initial start of the lane.
Well, and with that, it's going to be, like you were talking about, kind of a 1v1 here in the top lane. Whirling Death obviously can be somewhat effective against Faith Beyond, but you can purge it off later on with Kraken Shell, the debuff.
Yep. And you see Faith Beyond's like items too. Like he's got 6 tangos, 2 HP pots, so he knows he wants to be trading the hits early on. And once the levels build up, it's level 3 Timber is when you get that like big armor, and it's obnoxious.
ASD, God, taking so much damage there from that Snake, and throw out the stun onto Jabs, but this is going to be a continuing problem for that anti-mage. As MP tries to sort of go toe-to-toe here with Faith Beyond. And meanwhile, Ego dies in the bottom lane, so this ends up going down.
That's pretty huge. They get themselves a kill in the lane with the Pangolier. But the one problem we saw from the Pango in the game Yes, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
It was yesterday, yeah. Ghostic playing it. He was in the off lane and he got no levels. Ice, at least, even if he's not getting the most last hits down here, he's gonna have the level. And like we said, you know, Lucky Shot can apply silences to be obnoxious versus that AM.
We have been seeing more and more of these Timber Saws go for early points up in the Whirling Death also. Don't know if the Timber's going to get, or rather the Tidehunter's going to get too close to those trees, as we're going to see some mana stolen here from that Medusa, but with the Frost Shield they're going to be able to walk away afterwards, throw out that Snake.
And he sends it back.
Easy peasy. Man, Abed took a lot from that.
Good old counterspell versus Medusa. But Medusa still leading 13-4, but AM being slowed down, but also getting his own last hits. We see the Reflect come out, but...
I mean, it's a little telegraphed when that happens. As Jab's going to take a tower shot there, as wants to chase in here. It's Tianming, who's in some trouble. Does have a Hex still, and the jump in from ASD. Doesn't have any more mana left on this Anti-Mage, but they might be able to bring down Jabs. Needs 2 more hits here, and they're going to find it. Jay rolls in, but can't make the difference.
Getting good farm on Timber, getting good farm on Dusa, and Pango's getting some stuff as well. So Fnatic, they're salvaging, you know, with the movements of their lanes, they're salvaging the tough start that they could have had.
Very, very nice. Seems like this is just going to be sort of a trade-in farm there, with occasionally a little bit better for the Timber Saw, but it is Anti-Mage also having to burn through a lot of regen, it feels like here, as Medusa is still pretty far ahead of him, about 500 gold or so in terms of net worth.
Yeah, and it's like, you can, you know, reflect that, you know, counterspell the Snake, but just getting poked by Abed, it starts that up.
Yeah. Jabs TD, moves in towards mid. Wants to find him if he can, but Lion TP's back in and gonna give him the salve. Back away there. Ice is out of mana.
Mid, let's see the Lich, Jabs.
Jason wanting this one. Another couple of punches, but Frost Shield can make the difference. Take away a lot of that mana of ASD. Roll in, wants to find it.
Kick off the mark.
Is not quite there. Rare miss from DJ.
Ooh. And I mean, I'm not really looking too much at the top lane, but I'm assuming it's just like he gets a deny and he's gonna tip him or something. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, it's just I'm just playing with each other a bit here. As Bounty Rune's coming out, Fitbyon trying to body block MP so he can get it.
Oh, I like this.
This is the most exciting part of top lane right now.
And now he can't body block anymore. They're staying on. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, Fitbyon got it.
And now he's gonna go with the other one. Tip him. Tip this man.
Jabs took it already.
Tip this man. All right, yeah. That's what MP tips. The 2-1. Just about 1,000 gold into the favor of Fnatic. A much better start than what happened last time.
And they've got, I mean, Ice is level 5. That's pretty damn good for this Pango already.
Jump in, Ego. Lots of stacks of Soul Assumption. A little dangerous chasing too far forward there. But yeah, Pango, 19-5 now.
Yep.
Having a really good time against that Visage. And
yeah, Visage not only the strongest in these like dual lanes and stuff. In tri lanes, that's where this hero is extremely strong. But yeah, Ice being in the safe lane, able to get a pretty decent amount of stuff down here. Almost level 6 actually on the Pangolier.
So what are we looking timing-wise? I mean, I always think about Medusa as this sort of impossibly hard hero to deal with in the late game, but AM does sort of cause some issues.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think EHOME is feeling too much under the gun to actually just force the issue here, because they have an AM versus Dusa. So they also have, it's not like they're playing a 4 Protect 1, they're playing with a Visage. And we saw what Ego can do in that last game too. Like, sure ASD was popping off as the Shadow Fiend, but in the back lines, this Visage was doing a significant amount of damage constantly in every single fight.
He throw it out, yeah, and obviously it's much easier to protect the Medusa than it is the Tinker.
Yeah.
As Faith Beyond maybe has gone a bit too far here. Innocence wants to heal, and Soul Rip gonna do it, but quite enough it looks like, as MP chasing. One more Whirling Death, should be able to find that kill. Can't TP out and use the TP there.
Yeah, he did use the TP. His Kraken Shell actually popped and removed both of the Whirling Deaths actually initially, but yeah, it's 6-second cooldown, very low, and when Timber hits 6, that's when it's, yeah, you have kill threshold on 500
And a pretty big buff there in the last couple of patches, getting hit pure damage no matter where you hit him at.
Yeah. Thank you
difference.
for teaching me that one. Yeah.
I gotta do something. Oh, roll. He's not doing it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, 3-1.
Man, whenever I see Pango, I always just, I'm like, man, he's too little health. 722 at level 6. Like his strength is just very low in comparison to a lot of heroes.
Yeah. Kind of a glass cannon-y type of hero.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower
And people will be able
has
to
fallen.
take that tower as he is the boss right now. Magic damage is not really that significant so far on EHOME.
I would imagine that probably once we get towards the level 6 of Lion, he's just level 3 right now. That's when things can maybe start to change. Stacking up the Ancients here by jabs. Of course, once the Tidehunter also gets some of the rotations, he can maybe make a kill happen with Ravage.
Yeah. The invasion is one thing that they're going to have to consider on the side of EHOME, because it's already a 4K advantage for Fnatic, and you have to imagine they've been like stacking and getting all these things prepared for the Dusa, so they have to be able to invade with the Visage, and they can, but Undying and Lion, a little bit tougher.
Oh my god, Faith Beyond, they rotate in, wanting to find the slow, the Ravage to try and turn it. He's going to heal back up again, Innocence, the one that's turned upon now.
Dire's middle tower is
Looks
under
like he might be able to walk away also, or MP just doesn't care and he's going to walk in Whirling Death and maybe find a kill with the Chakram and a punch.
Oh,
Got him good.
MP dropped his Arcane Boots to Soul Ring too while he's going for that kill.
That's dangerous. X, chase,
Pango's here.
rolling in. Finds Yanming. Second hit here on the roll. Another roll in from the rolling boulder.
5K gold lead already, 9 minutes. Oh my goodness.
Fnatic are all over him. They're going to be able to find this kill in the Visage Familiar. Maybe no.
Yeah, lane
Gets
setup.
away.
I actually was thinking that the lanes would be a little bit harder for them, but with the lane setup they decided to do, having this Pango bottom, having the Lich just sitting in the mid lane, it's been incredibly advantageous for Fnatic. So I was definitely a bit wrong there.
And Faith Beyond is just getting worked here. Like, MP can move into position every time. That Whirling Death is going to be taken off now, but they move in. Want to find the return kill, and this is big. The Mana Void. Get him.
Dire's
4
middle
heroes
tower
brought.
is under attack.
Which gives space to Deducer to hit the mid tower, and Pango to get even more for Ice.
Kick away. And the roll. EJ not wanting to stick around too much longer. Triple Wraith Band for AM. Going into treads afterwards.
Dire's bottom tower
Yep.
is under
As many early stats as possible. He had the Battle Fury queued up as well before he switched to the treads for now.
And that 10-minute mark means that it's going to be
under attack.
a couple for Fnatic. Looks like 3 versus 1, where EHOME just picked up the 1.
I think he could keep playing like he just did this last gank onto the Timbersaw, kind of chill in like the mid and top area. And when MP plays over aggressive, they send one hero up with him, like a Lion or something. They go for this play with the Mana Void.
Yeah.
So that's the way they can actually threaten the kill onto MP. He does have a cloak now picked up and going for that hood, which is going to make it a lot harder, but could be one way to, you know, involve ASD and at least punish MP somehow. Playing super aggressively.
It feels like that's the constant thing with Timbersaw, is being able to punish. And it's going to be a lot more effective because you can see MP just now picking up a point in the Timber Chain.
Yeah.
He's been playing it mainly just up in the face of the Tidehunter.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, and
is
it's
under
the thing is like when MP's doing this and he's just shoving this lane and he's claiming a tier 2 so early on and he's forcing these reactions. Abed's like, this is amazing. I can literally just farm to my own content in the mid lane.
They're bringing numbers here. They want to bring in and see if they can defend this Timbersaw, and as soon as they see that Frost Shield, they're like, we need to get out. ASD may be in some trouble. They didn't quite manage to find a silence or a pull from that Lich, and in a sense, dropping the Tombstone, they have to magnetize onto 2, chasing further forward for this, as well, Jabs trying to take down that Tomb. They throw up that Finger of Death, so Jabs is going to go down as well as the Lion, and well, just like that, it's 2-for-1 trade. Further forward, they're looking for Faith Beyond. And it looks like they will be able to find and kill that Tidehunter as well. Fnatic are just running over him.
This Timber is just, they don't have a way to actually deal with him at all right now. ASD in the mid. Putting pressure on Medusa, but yeah, I mean, MP's Timber is a problem. So who's gonna go for Vessel? Hanging around, I mean, everybody's pretty poor on the side of EHOME right now, so it's gonna be a ways away for them to actually be able to punish and shut down this Timbersaw, who's making all the space in the world for Abed.
Look at where Abed has been this game. He's just, This is my lane. I'm going to hang out here. As now Abed will finally make a rotation, head into the jungle and try and take down these Ancients. There is a rotation coming from EHOME, and Medusa does not do this incredibly fast, bringing absolutely everybody for this one.
And she does not have Stone Gaze.
Oh, DJ, he's going to walk in.
Is it?
Oh, and that is a big interrupt there. The Chain Frost, it will start to bounce. It's between the Visage Familiars now, and Abed still wanting to stick around in here. Good bit of damage, but the Ravage going to connect onto 3, trying to take down that Pangolier. Almost kill off Jabs, but not quite. And now MP has shown up as well. Going to try and Timber Chain forward, see if they can find it. Abed takes down that Tombstone, and Ice rolling through. They get 2 of the Familiars, and now maybe also going to be able to kill off this Tidehunter. My God, Fnatic.
Look at Ego. MP is just chasing him. He's got Chakram as well to slow him down, and can he actually finish it off?
Joe. Oh, good dodge. Another dodge. Ego. He's just got his juke shoes on. Can he get out of here, though? He has a resummon. I don't think it's going to happen.
No. DJ even just commits the Magnetize as well. And 8k gold lead Fnatic. DJ catching the gank as it's trying for EHOME to come up and get the Dusa. He's in perfect position. And all of Fnatic responds. 8k gold lead already.
I mean, just think of how different that would have looked if DJ's not there. Like, you probably kill the Dusa as she's farming Ancients and then steal the stack.
Dire's middle tower
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's just whenever MP shows up to a fight, pretty much it's like, uh-oh, bail time for EHOME. Until the later stages when they can actually deal with this Timber.
Dusa has a Sanj and Yasha.
I saw that she had Manta queued up and then decided to switch. Not going for Kaya Yasha in this game. It's incredibly good Kaya Yasha game for Mana Shield versus Anti-Mage.
Yeah. This is going to be, I guess, some of the status resistance. They missed there on the stun for Ice Lion, not quite able to get into range. They did have the Hex, but can't get it off in time, and Chongqing looks like he might eventually be ran down as Ice jumps forward, looks for the lucky shot. There's the Hex, but the Anti-Mage is just left. Like, I don't want to be around you anymore.
Goodbye, Lion.
On here, in the other jungle, they do kill off, finally, that Lion, but the Chain Frost bouncing yet again. An MP in the middle of all of these heroes after they kill off the Lich. Can he escape from this? They don't really have the best lockdown in the world. He's going to Timber Chain away, might be able to find the stun.
Look at the
with the Familiars.
He's moving in. Down.
They want this one. Can't quite get that stun.
No.
The MP just gets away.
If they do get that, maybe if they get the Familiar to get him before that chain goes off, they have a chance of the AM getting in close, but continuous space for Abed as now he makes his way into the enemy jungle and farms their side.
This AM, it's taking a little while for that Battle Fury to get online. Just has the Perseverance now.
That's, I mean, it's incredibly problematic. Abed now stepping pretty far up, though, and there's a Lion as well as an Anti-Mage here.
Now they're going to try and get the slowdown. Lion needs to move into position. The Gush is there. They're going to be able to not quite hit on the stun. Can break TPs with the Mana Void if they need to. Abed can't do it.
No, they couldn't actually get the gap close, and that's, I mean, that's probably the S and Y coming into play there, right? That extra little movement speed that he has from it actually makes him get away from
status
the Lion.
resistance for the Gush, you know, just little things. Look at the gold bounty difference.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I mean, it's just not even like the gold bounty, like them getting those, but gold in general is 10k, but then the experience is also really significant for Fnatic. They're 10k experience ahead in this game too, and it's only 15 minutes in.
Fnatic feeling like they're in firm control of this one. You do have to be worried about what happens once that Anti-Mage comes online, but at least for now, they're in their comfort zone.
Yeah. And so far, I mean, MP's itemization is great. He has to be a little careful bottom as they were bringing heavy in, but he gets away before they get Sable. But yeah, he went for like, I don't like Bloodstone anymore in the hero. I don't think most players do anymore either, but just like Hood, natural build for Timber, and then the Yules. Remove the potential Spirit Vessel that's coming out later.
Chongqing just needs that little extra, like even a Windlace, oh he already has one, never mind, excuse me, but the Force Staff coming out or anything to get him into position.
Yeah, they're kind of in a weird spot with their two supports now. I feel like I've seen this happen a bit with Lions when they're played as the 4 role. It can be a bit difficult to have this massive success, and they're kind of playing with 2 5s in a way right now on the side of EHOME.
ASD doing what he can, farming where he can. DJ in the low ground, making sure that Abed is going to be able to farm safely.
DJ does not mind being like kind of like frontliner. He's 1800 HP as an Earth Spirit.
Oh, Tianming coming around from the backside, but as soon as they kill off that Undying, they realize we have to stop this battle. Faith Beyond is also going to die. Dominating streak for MP.
Wow, you know,
Dire's middle tower
I mean, Rolling
has
Thunder is
fallen.
already a really good spell, but Rolling Thunder with a Frost Shield on it is pretty damn scary. And Ice who had the safe lane given to him for his team, 306, 95 last hits, top 3 net worth, Blink Vanguard. He's got like everything he absolutely needs on this Pangolier to secure these fights. And it's 12k gold lead, and they're looking for more.
Oh, good silence there. They kill off the AM. Big play. All it takes is a roll in with the Geomagnetic Grip, and they got him caught. Lion. I mean,
This is getting out of, getting out of hand, been out of hand. They're already knocking on the high ground.
they just took 2 Dominator creeps and both the familiars. Abed's got everything that he needs. The resummon here, if they die right now, this is going to be absolutely terrible. And MP gain the stacks up a reactive armor. Faith Beyond, he gets off his Ravage, but what's your follow-up here? There's nothing left. They kill off that Tide Hunter.
That's James.
And GG.
I think they're, they just don't have damage at all. 18 minutes GG, Fnatic.
Medusa finishes off the Meteor Hammer. And, well, that's about all you need to know. Oh.
They weren't able to, I mean, they lost their lanes pretty handedly. The movement by Jabs just sitting in the mid lane. MP having a great lane top. They even killed bottom, right? With they killed the Visage with the Earth Spirit plus the Pango. I mean, Fnatic just did really well on all 3 lanes and then played it really nicely. Didn't think it was going to be like that.